926.
Back on the show that's all about small business, jobs, and entrepreneurship. And something that keeps me up at night is what are we doing for our veterans? Here to join me in that conversation is Eric Enquist from USAA. Eric, welcome to the program.
I appreciate it. Thank you very much for bringing this to the Chicago area.
You got it. Thanks for joining us on the program. So, Eric, what is USAA doing about this, and is there hope for this important issue that plagues us all around the country?
Well, I appreciate it. USAA is partnering with the Hiring Our Heroes Foundation at the U.S. Chamber of Commerce for the third year, producing the best places for service members and their families who are looking to separate from the military to find the best potential opportunity for their life after military service. This year we focused the list actually on 3 top 10s. One is for those who are looking for higher education, the best opportunities for them to look for higher education. Another is for focus on careers after the military. And the third list is for those who are looking to start their own business, a focus on entrepreneurship and the top 10 metro areas across the country that provide the best opportunity for them to start and grow their business.
So, Eric, you are working together with the U.S. Chamber of Commerce, and certainly you have many opportunities to talk to the business community. What are people saying? What is the hesitation, and how can we in our small business community do more to encourage hiring of veterans?
Well, I'll tell you, the first is really the onus on the veterans to start early and make a plan, know what they want to do. And that's really the impetus for this list, is to give them a focus on areas that may not have originally been in their consideration set and where the best opportunities exist. On the hiring side, the opportunity for small business owners across America to recognize the value that veterans bring to their business. It isn't necessarily that it's a handout to veterans, but it really does make good business sense, the value that veterans bring to businesses and differentiating those companies that are willing to hire them.
Are there any specific companies that you want to call out that do a fantastic job and make a conscious effort?
Well, I can tell you that for our entrepreneur list, it's interesting to see that most of those cities that rank high, Asheville, North Carolina, Sarasota, West Palm Beach, really are aligned with service-oriented jobs and hospitality industry. They're either destination cities or retirement communities. So veterans that are looking for work can probably find the best opportunities that are aligned with their core values of service in the military and extend that into a civilian career. So those companies that are in the hospitality industry would really, really be well suited to hire veterans.
So, Eric, you're touching on something really, really important, that this shouldn't be looked at as a favor for veterans. Frankly, veterans are coming with a very, very strong skill set, and I think this is really veterans of all ages. Why? Beyond the hospitality industry, why would a business, let's continue that discussion, why is a business best suited to look at hiring from veterans coming back from serving our country?
Well, that's a great question. A lot of it stems with their leadership capacity. They're complex problem solvers. They operate in nebulous environments. They are very detail-oriented and results-oriented. So companies that are looking for gaining an edge, for driving change within an organization, having self-starters among their employee base, should look to veterans to fill that role.
That's fantastic. So you're focused on this effort around the country, but for our Chicagoland listeners, how are we doing in the Chicagoland market? Is there a strong need for veterans seeking employment? What are the numbers?
Well, I would tell you that Chicago is not in particular top 10 list, but that doesn't mean that Chicago is not a great area. We know that the Great Lakes area is home to all of the Navy boot camp and early entry training. So there are a lot of veterans that settle to the Chicago area. And really, truth be told, there are no bad areas. And we understand that there is more than just the objective numbers that we looked in terms of entrepreneurship or education and careers when considering separating. Many times it's close to family networks or other opportunities. So we would say that Chicago just needs to continue to do what they are doing in the areas of recognizing the value that veterans bring and continue to push for veteran hiring, much like you're doing, and bringing it to everyone's awareness today.
Absolutely. And beyond actually hiring, is USAA and the U.S. Chamber of Commerce looking for additional partners in the Chicagoland area? How can our listeners get involved and encourage their organizations to do more as well?
That's a great question, and I would encourage them to go to the Hiring Our Heroes Foundation website, the U.S. Chamber of Commerce. Always look at usaa.com/careers for opportunities to partner, always looking at extending our network, either through the Joining Forces initiative with the White House or the 100,000 Heroes job effort, also being sponsored with the Hiring Our Heroes Foundation. The more that we can do to not only continue to hire more veterans, but to communicate the effectiveness and the importance of having veterans among employee bases, regardless of the industry or sector, is important.
Well, an incredibly important issue, and my call to action to our listeners is reach out to Eric from USAA. He shared the website, usaa.com/careers. Get in touch with them, let them know about employment opportunities, and also involve your organizations, involve your chambers, involve every possible organization. This is an issue that can't be resolved by one person alone. We need coalition partners. So, Eric, thanks for joining us. USAA.com/careers. We'll check back in with you on this very, very important issue. Thanks for joining us on the program.
Thank you, Shalom.
Absolutely. Get Down to Business is powered by Tandem HR, your solution center. You can find them at tandemhr.com or call 630-928-0510, 630-928-0510. You can also email them, simplify@tandemhr.com. After the break, we've got more tips, advice, and information for all of these small business listeners out there. You're listening to Get Down to Business. Get on my website, shalomklein.com. That's where you can download podcasts. Find out who's going to be on next week on the show that's all about small business, jobs, and entrepreneurship.